Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about condors. Condors are on the verge of extinction. If I was to create a flock of condors on this island, well, you'd have nothing to say. That, of course, is the late John Hammond. U.S. Fish and Wildlife apparently took that quote as a challenge, spared no expense, mind you. And because of that challenge, in December, a black-footed ferret named Elizabeth Ann was born to a surrogate mother. She was created using frozen cells from another ferret named Willa, who lived in the late 1900s, as I heard it recently described and felt really old. This species is on the verge of extinction. In fact, in 1979, it was declared extinct. And then some rancher in Wyoming's like, nah, y'all are wrong. I've got some here on the property. They became the basis for the breeding program, which has been pretty successful. However, every black-footed ferret in existence today can trace their lineage back to 7 ferrets. So, Elizabeth Ann and those who may come later, who are like her, are hopefully going to increase diversity in that pool, because diversity is pretty much always a good thing and it aids with species survival. It's worth noting that Fish and Wildlife is taking saving this species so seriously that some of them have already been vaccinated. I don't have my vaccine yet, but the ferrets have them. No. The reason is twofold. The first is obvious. They help keep the prairie dog population down. And we do have some kind of responsibility to keep this species alive. However, I think something else is happening too. I think it's a test run. Because there are obviously going to be ethical objections to this. I, unlike John Hammond, do believe there's an ethical discussion to be had here. To be clear, I'm in support of the people doing it, but I definitely think it's worth a discussion. My question is, why do these ethical dilemmas only arise when it's time to save a species or mitigate some damage to the planet? Where are these ethical dilemmas as we wipe a species out or we damage the planet? Is it really as simple as people with money and power using their influence to convince the population that, well, it'll be all right? I don't know. I would suggest that the most important ethical consideration is whether or not we can keep the planet in a state that is suitable for all of us, not just the ferrets, but us as well. You know, we hear all the time, we're going to destroy the planet. We're going to kill the planet. No, we're not. Earth is going to be fine. It may go on without us, though. The question isn't whether or not the Earth is going to be destroyed. The question is whether or not it is going to remain suitable for the entities that are here right now. I think that should be the primary ethical responsibility, the preservation of life, not the preservation of bottom lines, which seems to be taking precedent in a lot of ways recently. And it's something that is definitely going to have to change one way or another. I mean, it's going to happen. So, I would point out that if you do have problems with this, just remember, this also puts us one step closer to that theme park. And despite the fear-mongering that was put out about it, I would personally love to go. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.